right now. And as always, for joining us live each and every week. Let's get right into it. You got to know why you've been playing RM Fantasy SX this entire season, because we do amazing prizes all the time. Check it out. We got our grand prizes. We're giving away 3 race prep dirt bikes at the end of the season, and then up here you got the rest of your grand prizes. We got your supply of Dunlop tires, VIP trip with Fastway, and then Fells doing a VIP trip, Stasic, Motion Pro, Honda, MSR Racing Gear, and Spending Spree. Those are grand. Then we have weekly. What's up for grabs this week, Sam? Ooh, a Bell Moto 10 MIPS. I've ridden in that helmet. I like that helmet, Bailey, more than the Moto 10 Spherical. It fits a little bit different. It's a little bit lighter than a Moto 10 Spherical, and it completely rocks. We're also giving away a set of our ASV Spending Spree 7, Pirelli, Matrix Concepts, Alpine Stars, Motul, a Cherry's hooking it up, 100% our Mega goggles, and we're doing some chain stuff from RK. Not a bad day. Bailey, you know all about Fantasy Cash. Too bad you're an employee here, because if you weren't, you'd be having some serious Fantasy Cash to spend. What's on your list? What would you be buying?
Oh, we're always happy with a new helmet. Not afraid of new helmet or boots.
Yeah.
Just some new colorways and some boots.
Okay. You been riding much lately?
I dislocated my kneecap a couple weeks ago. So I tore my MPFL.
Why'd you go and do that?
It just happens.
You did that riding?
Yeah. Yep.
Dab a leg? Well, I mean, what happened?
You know when the dirt's a little bit soft and you're kind of just drifting, carving some corners.
Yeah.
I was doing that, and we got a little western. Started to slide out, thought we were okay, almost on the ground, and the bad knee, the ACL knee, got caught between the shroud and the fork guards and just pulled, and then popped, and then I was like, oh no.
Oh my
That's not good.
You and me have kneecap problems.
Yeah, that was the first kneecap, so.
Okay, because I fully ruptured my patellar tendon falling over on a turn track.
Yeah, see the turns.
It's the turn. It's the
things.
stupid slow motion crashes that'll get you every single time. All right, well, sorry about that, but happy that you're here with us today. You weren't a knee brace or anything? You got nothing?
No, we got it checked, did an MRI, and as long as I don't dislocate it again, we should be good. The ACL's still intact, so
if you dislocate it again, what do you have to do? What did the doctor say?
They go through and basically hook that tendon back up, it's kind of like an ACL repair, actually.
Really?
Yeah, so hopefully we're on the good, but we'll see.
Okay,
Fingers
well,
crossed.
Look, I would not wish my injury or my post-recovery on my worst enemy, so let's avoid that. Let's have that not happen. All right. Sam, I can't see the live chat right now. If you're chatting live, I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull it up, but I'm not seeing it right now. I'll figure that out here in just a minute.
Currently, we've had some issues with it being visible on the YouTube channel, so people should start filtering here soon.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, that being said, here are your results from last week's race. K-Rock. Holy crap. Oh, and Tyler Enticknap is going to be calling in here in a little bit. That's going to be rad. Get him working a day job now. We're going to ask him about that, Bailey. And he has an interesting take on it. We're gonna find out a little bit more.
I'm excited to hear it.
What were your picks this weekend? You weren't in the show, so do you remember your picks exactly?
Well, I gave away a lot of points this weekend. I had Cooper Webb in to win.
Why?
He had that look in his eye.
You're beating me by that many points, and you picked Webb to win?
Listen, did you watch qualifying? He was up there. He was throwing down some fast laps. And when Cooper Webb's doing that, I feel like something's happening. Just had his baby a little. I don't know if that's like
that might be a reason
stress or high stress. I'm not sure, but
K-Rock wins. I had Hunter.
Okay.
Because I just thought 3 in a row, it's 2 in a row. That's just you feel like these two are just going to go back and forth, right? Hunter won last week, Kenny wins this week, but I had Hunter, I had Kenny second, Cooper Webb. This was the most quiet. When I was looking at the results sheet, I was looking below third, fourth place, trying to find where Webb was.
Oh.
I was like, where did he freaking finish? Could not figure it out. I didn't know he got second overall. I had no idea.
See, I had him in to
win. It was the quietest second overall I've ever seen. In the broadcast, they didn't say his name one freaking time.
Yeah, they didn't talk about him a lot.
I don't remember hearing Cooper Webb's name, so he got second, though. Justin Cooper, it was a cool night for Star Racing Yamaha. It was the first time they've had all their riders on the podium.
Yamaha did a good job this weekend.
Yeah, so Justin Cooper. So who the heck is it? obviously, Thrasher won 250s, Cole Davies, and then it's
Landon
not Dudney.
Gordon.
Landon Gordon.
Yeah. Did
Rookie?
not have that. Did not have that in my picks whatsoever.
Not on the bingo cards.
Nope.
Landon
Nope.
Gordon just showing up and getting a podium. Was that his first race?
He raced the weekend
He
before.
raced Birmingham, or
Yep.
sorry,
They pulled
or Nashville.
Caden Dudney out.
Yeah.
And he raced, Nashville, I think, was his first one.
Jeez. All right.
And, yeah.
Well, if you look at rider results, 27% of players had Roczen to win. 20% had Cooper Webb. Only 7% had Jay Coop for third. Sexton was actually pretty high at 21% for fourth. Savachi, 1% of players had Savachi for fifth. And
Everybody's counting out Joey.
no shocker, though, we didn't have any perfect scores. We haven't had any perfect scores for a while.
Real quick, Chase.
What up?
Can you reintroduce Bailey? I don't think the people could hear you when you were saying what was going on.
Oh, well, everybody, this is Bailey Lucas, runs our social media here at Rocky Mountain. Charles is down doing hard enduro things with Cody Webb. If you like breaking motorcycles, go with Charles. That's what he's doing right now. Yep. So Bailey's joining us today as a special guest. She's kicking my butt in fantasy by almost 100 points, and she rides. Just talked about her kneecap she dislocated, which sounds terrible. So anyway, if you're in the chat, say hello to Bailey.
What's up, guys?
All right. As we were getting along here, before I was rudely interrupted by Sam, Jorge Prado, 0.9%. Had him in 15th. That's the second lowest wild card correct percentage this season. Less than 1%. What happened to Jorge?
He was there.
He got an okay
main.
start in the first one and then just went backwards. I don't know if he crashed, but he finished outside top 10. And then he just started outside the top 10 and finished outside the top 10 in each one.
The last main, so we always do this thing when the races are going. We're always, who's getting the whole shot? We always bet on the whole shot. And I was like, Jorge's got it. And he's coming around. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's got it. And I don't remember if it was Hunter that pushed him wide, but he got pushed really wide in that last main. And
my theory on Jorge is you have a wet track. Well, the first one wasn't too bad, but, like, he probably was just like, you know what? I got nothing to lose or gain and everything to lose riding this Supercross track right now, like my focus on outdoors. So I think he was just like, I just got to do my laps and survive this night, and just kind of left it at that. I don't think he wanted anything to do with that track in those conditions. All right. As far as points go, I got 30. I'm at 615 total. You're at 702. So you're up 77 points. Charles texted me and was like, dude, I have no service down here. I forgot to change my picks. I had Tomac in, and Charles still gapped me by 13 points.
Oh, no.
That's embarrassing. When Charles couldn't update his picks, had Tomac in there, and he still beat me. So now he's got a bit of a cushion on me, which is okay, and that's all right. It's still manageable. We got 3 to go. I have to gain some points on Chuck this. Average player score, Bailey, was 36 points. Were you above that? What'd you get total?
Listen, I did not do good this weekend. We only got 25 points this weekend.
Okay, I feel better about myself.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We were still both below average.
Yeah.
We suck.
Yep.
There's the overall leaderboard right there. 800. What's crazy is how good you're doing, and you're getting your butt kicked by the top.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
850, and that's a pretty good gap for Super B. 856, our SXperts group. 775 for Krista. Integrity Farm, still one of my favorite names. 767. And then our top score is 107 from Mr. Honda. Riverdale Warrior 64. That's a long name. 102. Not bad. I guess. I mean, it's not like it wasn't, Kenny winning, that's not unpredictable. Like, that's pretty, standard. But Cooper Webb second. He hasn't been putting in very good results.
No.
Jay Coop for a podium. That totally makes sense at a Triple Crown. We had it. We talked about him last week. And then who was fourth? Was it Sexton was fourth overall?
Yep, Sexton.
And then Savachi. How the hell do you score 100 points with those picks? And then Prado, the wild card.
Yeah, no Hunter.
Riddle
top
me
5.
that. No Hunter, Tomac's out, so whatever. But still, that's kind of crazy. All right. Well, people get lucky. Cool announcement, though. Rocky Mountain has given away $150,000 to privateers for the privateer payout program since we started. And, we're now at $7.2 million in RM Fantasy cash given out after last round. I just had a kid calling today for MSR sponsorship, placed an order. He had like 30-something bucks in fantasy cash, and he used it to buy a jersey.
Heck yeah. That's pretty cheap jersey.
That's pretty cheap jersey. He had it customized and everything. Ended up paying like $8 or something like that when he was all said and done. So that's why you play. Okay. News and injuries. Eli Tomac. It sucked. But for whatever reason, I was just like, More just because for whatever reason, I had lost hope in Eli Tomac in this whole championship fight. And I'll be totally honest, as a 41-year-old, Bailey, you don't know this yet. You're still too young to relate to this. But when he crashed and was standing there off the side of the track and they were kind of getting him up, he looked like an old man.
He looked like he was hurting.
Didn't he just have that look of like, not just like a 25-year-old who just took a slam. He just flat out looked like a 33-year-old who was like, oh my gosh, here I am again. That was kind of the vibe I got, and I didn't like it very much.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way when you saw him crash?
Yeah, I watched it, and my first thought was the shoulder, and he had mentioned like his hip was hurt more than his shoulder.
Yeah, I guess it was the hip more than that.
But man, that shoulder, that looked like a.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't look dislocated when he got up, but he caught the top of that whoop just right.
I know. And so my guess would be that Tomac is not going to race the end of the rest of the season, and he's just going to try and get prepped and ready for outdoors. At this point, the title is done. You got to rest. You got to get ready and just like get ready for outdoors. That would be my guess, which is a bummer. So please just can that not be the last time you see Eli Tomac on a Supercross track?
I hope that's not the case.
They haven't announced if he's re-signed with KTM because it was a one-year deal. There's been no talk he hasn't re-signed yet. You would think, because they usually re-sign pretty early.
But with what's going on, I don't know. Silly season this year, I thought that this last season was pretty crazy, but I think silly season this year is going to be all over the place. My biggest concern is how hurt is Eli?
I don't know.
Will he be here for outdoors?
I'm telling you right now, though, when you're at his age and you've done all the things that you have done, and then you take some slams like that, it makes you second guess some things, I'm sure. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he was racing with a broken leg and was like, "All right, we're gonna still go out and do it." So
I know.
You got to think that he's hurt.
Oh no, I'm not doubting that at all. I'm just saying it changes your mentality process of, do I want to keep doing this to myself? Yep. When you're at that age, you've got 3 kids, and you're at the very tail end. You start taking those slams, and you're just like, he has all the money he wants, so you just think, do I really need to keep doing this? We'll see. I'm not sure. I just hope he comes back because we're going to have a banger of an outdoor season.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get into it here. 450 highlights. We got a few of them here. Jay Coop wins another race. Does a nice little finger point. Tell you what, he was standing out with that gear on this weekend. All right. How about K-Rock riding like the track is dry? I got Tyler Entikin shooting me a text right now. Did you see him at the end of the third main, just doing one-handed or wheelies?
Lapping Mookie, doing a wheelie. Yeah. Throws a whip over the finish line like it's dry.
That's got to be brutal if you're Mookie. I don't know what happened to Mookie. He must have gone down, I'm assuming. But Kenny comes around to lap you and then just pops a little celebration wheelie down the start straight.
Waves to the crowd.
And then, Kenny's whoop speed was insane. And then Kenny goes and just throws. Oh, dude, that's some good balance. But then he throws the sickest whip. Look at this. Then he throws the sickest whip anyone's done all season on a wet, greasy Supercross double.
Confidence. That's what I saw there.
Okay, here's a question for you.
Okay.
2016, Ken Roczen. Remember Suzuki went 20 for 24 moto wins or 22 for 24, something like that, versus Jet Lawrence. Who do you think was who would you pick? That's like the battle we all deserve, but we never got.
Jet's hard to. I don't know that we've seen a Jet yet. Okay,
you don't think so?
I think that Jet could turn it up a lot. That perfect season that he had.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that he had more. So I don't know.
All right, I'm going to ask Tyler that question.
Okay.
I want answers to that. Hunter went down. Really rough night for Hunter. So, man, it's kind of Detroit 2.0. Goes down in the whoops, just got a little off balance. And that was just kind of like the snowball effect because after that, then Marchbanks, I don't think didn't. Sam thinks Marchbanks gave a little extra with this right here.
No way.
What?
No.
Sam, come on,
dude.
dude.
He looks behind him, which is not like
yeah,
a
but
great
Sam,
look, but he
Sam
doesn't know.
I overheard Sam earlier saying he was getting a little grease.
On purpose, the takeout, but I think he had a little extra sass with the rear wheel there. He could have given him more room.
I mean, he's racing for position right there. He ain't got to give nothing up. So,
He was trying to steer with that rear, all right?
he was steering with that rear on that Cowie. How about our 250 highlights? Drew Adam and Davies crashing, so hopefully Drew's all right.
Yeah, bum for Drew.
His first race back, and then that happens right away. That sucks. Thrasher. Do we take some credit? We get the guy to call in, and then he goes and wins an overall?
He's been due the last couple weekends. Nate's looked really, really good.
Well, you know he's good for one win every single season.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me at all. So congratulations to Nate. And then, Hammerker. What's the title points gap right now for 250s? Davies just got this thing wrapped up?
21
Oh,
points,
yeah,
I
it's
think.
over. It's over.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad Star's not winning the 450 title because I want to see some parity. But Honda, man, they've won a lot of titles recently. Isn't it crazy that Honda went from that drought? What was it when Jet won his title in 2023 or 24? Yeah, I think it was 24. Yeah, that was Jet's rookie year. He won the title, right? Because Webb won it last year. But that was the first year since RC that Honda had won a Supercross title.
Yeah.
It had been like 18 years or something crazy like that. So, anywho, all right. Fox Racing track trends. All right, here we go. And we got Tyler joining the meeting right now, so we're going to have Kedrick get him rocking and rolling. Rain. The only thing I care about is that there's rain in the forecast right now.
Rain in the forecast for Philly. Yep.
Which I kind of like.
I do too. I
don't want to mutter, but I want it just mixes it up. It just gives you that extra little bit of like, well, I don't know. It's kind of tough right now because normally you want like kind of the rain or the mud race when there's like this big points gap, right? Because you're trying to like hopefully things get tightened up.
Yep.
But now that these dudes are separated by 1 point, it's like, okay, do you want just that or do you want the freaking just brawl between these dudes?
I think we had a little bit of rain last year in Philly. I think that it kind of looked like Cleveland. So if it's a little bit like this last weekend, I'm here for it.
Yeah, that was just enough that it made the track a little greasy, a little tougher for these guys, but they were still doing all the jumps, like they were still getting through it. And I don't even think it was the rain that made Hunter crash. He was just trying to go through that middle rut, got a little off balance, and then just got a kick, and that was it.
Yep.
All right. I mean, as far as that, though, I don't know. It's another Supercross track.
Okay, but I have a take on Hunter and the Whoops.
Okay.
He had that crash a couple weekends ago, pretty hard in the
In
Whoops.
Detroit? Yeah.
Yep. And have you noticed his bike do the same thing a little
It's
bit?
dancing.
It's dancing.
Do you remember
through
when?
The Whoops, yep.
Whoa, hold on. Let's get him on the phone here. It is the one, the only, the brother of the Seven Deuce. Probably my favorite, though. It's Tyler Enticknap. How we doing, big dog?
What up, guys?
Wait, are you
How we
in
doing?
the truck in the back right now?
Oh, dude, we're straight working right now. We're on the 9 to 5. We're going to the next stop, but I had to make time for you guys.
Dude,
yeah.
snap. Okay. I asked this question earlier, but I'm going to ask you again. Would you rather be a broke privateer the rest of your life without promise you'll never get hurt again, or would you have the security of a day job doing what you're doing right now?
Well, I kind of told you this before, Chase. If you could guarantee that I wasn't going to get hurt again, you know I'd be living that life privateer. I'm just a diehard motocross privateer guy.
Okay, fair enough, dude. Well, how you been, man? I mean, yeah, you're driving, you're doing the snap-on thing, though, but, like, so was it kind of a big adjustment for you? Was it hard to finally accept, like, yep, I'm just getting a day job now?
Dude, it's actually still been a huge adjustment, but Snap-on and the program that they're running, and the guy I'm working with, Donovan Styles, he's been teaching me everything. And it's actually been really fun going to different mechanic shops, selling tools. So it's kind of in my wheelhouse. So,
Dude, you just got to tell Snap-on they need to get involved in Supercross, and then you're just like the dude.
I know.
Seems like a perfect match.
Hey, we're getting there. We have, TLD sponsored by Snap-on. There's a few other teams sponsored by Snap-on Corporate. So it's been good.
Okay, fair enough. Dude, you are bouncing around like you're in a bounce house right now. Are you driving too?
Yeah, my boss it's basically the Snap-on motorhome, bro.
Oh my gosh, dude, I love this. Hopefully you don't make our viewers seasick, but I love it. Bro, K-Rock, Hunter, 1 point separated. Can you take biases aside? Can you even pick a winner right now for this title? Does either one have any advantage?
Absolutely not. Like, no one has an advantage right now. Ken Roczen has been absolutely ripping. If there's any, momentum, it would be in Kenny's field. But Hunter still has the red plate. So you have to give, the driver's seat is still Hunter Lawrence. And he's taking control of this championship. But we'll see this weekend. Philadelphia, I just checked results from last weekend. Ken Roczen got third behind Chase and Cooper Webb last year. And Hunter hasn't rode this place. So, yeah, the advantage is going to be Ken Roczen because Hunter's never raced Philadelphia. But that's those are very slight differences. They're both absolute legends in my eyes. So they're going to figure it out. And I think they're going to be up front this weekend. It's just depending on what we're going to see, right? Because 80% chance of rain this weekend. There's different variables. Like, is Hunter going to be still thinking about last weekend? How fast is he going to move on from basically having a catastrophic weekend? So we'll see.
So Bailey and I were talking. This is Bailey, by the way. You haven't met her. She does all our social media. But she was talking about this like, yeah, it's a good point. I am not that great at looking at a bike and saying, yeah, this bike looks like it's doing that. But there has been kind of this pattern where Hunter's bike in the whoops, when they get edgy, seems like it's just not as good. If you look at Daytona, he was getting buck wild. Detroit, before he even crashed, multiple laps in a row, you're like, Hunter, back it down. Like, your bike is getting kicked. And then this week, don't know if these whoops were really that. It could have been more just him getting off balance because they were just a goat trail. But that's multiple times now where the whoops, when they're edgy and nasty, is the only time I see Hunter look like he just doesn't have control of the motorcycle.
Yeah, and I think that has to do with also him second-guessing himself and second-guessing the bike where he's not fully confident in that bike. But, it's hard to say because he was riding so good in race one. And then, he got a bad start. And I think when the ball is rolling in the wrong direction with Hunter, it seems to be coming off the rails, and it's hard to get back on track where he's kind of managing those bad nights, because we've seen it in Detroit now that he just keeps on kind of fumbling around and he can't get it back on track. And then now we've seen it in Cleveland where once that ball is starting to roll downhill, he can't stop it and it just keeps on going down.
Do you think if this weekend is like a mud race, do you think Hunter maybe is a little bit more reserved compared to Kenny?
100%, because I think Hunter doesn't want to have a repeat of Cleveland. And then Kenny's looking at it like, oh, dude, I'm great in these conditions. I'm going to have fun. Racing Supercross is my hobby. And I'm just going to go out there and do the best I can.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny hasn't won one of these, so there's got to be that pressure of wanting to win that first title so badly. But I also feel like Ken's headspace is more of, dude, I'm just so grateful to be here. Win or lose this title, I'm just so stoked to be in it at the end of this season. I know Mathis brought up a good point. He said Kenny is almost riding like he's got house money a little bit, where Hunter's a little bit more like he feels the pressure from Honda to get this done type thing, you know?
Yes. And it's just how long can he keep that up without thinking about the championship, right?
Right.
Because we're three weekends away, So can he keep that up? Can he keep that headspace for these final 3 weeks? And we're going to see who folds and who comes out on top. But I was talking to my brother just a couple days ago, and it's going to be such a storybook ending for either one of these guys to get the championships. Like, if Hunter can't get it done, like, he's going to be thinking about this until he's in this opportunity again, or he wins another champion. Like, this is going to haunt him. And then Kenny, this is the closest he's ever been as far as like an contender winning races for main events now, winning this championship. And it's just going to be a Cinderella story if he can get it done.
Okay. Look, you and your brother, well, your brother more so than you. You were diehard Ride Red your whole career, it seems like. But yeah. Adam's, you know, the Yellow Magic, the Suzuki thing. But if Kenny wins or loses his title by, let's say, 5 or less points, I'm going to think about Seattle and him trying to kickstart that freaking motorcycle in the sand. I'm sorry. I said it earlier this year. That kickstart is a liability. And baby, please don't let it come to that.
I know, but you can't even think about that because he was 25 points down after that, and now he's made his way back to 1 point. So
good point.
I feel like that's kind of, we're back to even playing field. The only person that can be sad about their mistakes is Hunter Lawrence, because he had a 25-point lead, got it down to, I think, like 6 or something, got it back up to 11, and now he's down back to 1.
Okay. Here's a question. Let's shift gears a little bit. Eli Tomac. Look, when he crashed in qualifying, dude, I'm not going to lie to you. That was the first time I felt like I was looking at a 33-year-old who was just like, man, I don't like doing this anymore, like getting hurt like that. I don't know why. Just watching him hobble, he just looked like an old guy to me.
And on top of that, Chase, it didn't look like Tomac before he crashed. Like, he was all like not attacking the whoops. Like, I was thinking he was going to wheel tap, get out of that mistake. Like, I feel like old Tomac would have made that happen and wouldn't have crashed right there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a bizarre thing where you just don't see Tomac. When was the last time you saw Tomac just crash like that in the whoop section? I don't know.
Never.
Yeah, I was telling Bailey, I was like, man, I just really hope that wasn't the last time we ever see Eli Tomac on a Supercross track.
I'm crossing my fingers, saying that I'm hoping that's not the last time.
Yeah. At this point, though, if you're Tomac, you have nothing to gain by racing, even if you could come back. My guess would be he's just going to start hammering down for outdoors and get ready for that.
Yes.
Ooh.
I mean, depending on how healthy he is, right?
Yeah.
Like, I heard mixed reports. I heard one, it was a hip. I felt like it was more shoulder oriented that he was checking out. Like, if he's walking, I don't think it's a hip. I think it's more shoulder than anything.
All right. I was just saying, though, like, dude, when you get to that age, I mean, look, I know 33 is not old, but when you've been doing it for that long and you've got kids and you take slams like that, it makes you start second guessing, do you really want to keep doing this? Like you said, like, if you could promise I won't get hurt, I'll continue doing this. But these guys are taking a huge risk every time they touch the track, and it's got to be something that starts to creep in your mind a little bit when you're at the tail end of your career like that. You know what I mean?
Duro, if you're not winning and having fun on a dirt bike, trust me, Tomac has made completely enough money to retire. He's doing, maybe get to Jamie McCrath's record, get more wins, have fun, get bonus money. Like, if he's feeling uncomfortable on that bike and crashing and he's afraid of crashing, he's not going to throw a leg over a bike. I can guarantee that.
Okay. Hayden Deegan, let's shift to outdoors a little bit here. We've talked about this title. Last question we'll ask you before we let you go get back to selling some tools over there. I don't see it like, dude, I think Hayden Deegan has a legitimate shot to win outdoors this summer. If Jet is not...
What percentage pie?
What's that?
What's your percentage pie?
Dude, I'm gonna throw an if in there because I feel like Honda's keeping Jet low key. I know this injury has been a little bit slower. If it takes Jet 3-4 rounds to maybe get full health, or he's just like struggling with the foot, dude, I would say it's going to be between Deegs, Jet, Hunter, Prado. Those are your 4 title contenders. So I'm going to go Deegs 25. I'm going to throw 25% to all 4 of those dudes. I really wouldn't be surprised if Prado shows up and is just a title contender all season. I don't think it's 50-50. I think Hunter is going to be even better this year in outdoors. It all depends on where Jet is for like the first few rounds. But I'd say at least 25% chance. Where would you put him? Bailey?
Listen, I think it depends on whether or not Hunter gets this Supercross championship. If Hunter doesn't get it, I think that he goes and gets an outdoor championship. I really do. I think that he beats Jet.
Yeah.
I was arguing this with my brother last night. I was like, one of 2 ways is going to happen. Like, if he doesn't wrap up this championship, it's either going to motivate him enough to be like, okay, I'm still the man. He's going to be like Adam Cincerillo, come out, vengeance in the outdoor season and just absolutely get it done and get this championship. Or he's going to sulk in his feelings, be thinking about all of his mess ups throughout the Supercross season and let that drag into outdoors, and then it's going to be a disaster.
Well, for Hunter, no matter what, the mental grind that it takes to be in this title fight all the way to end of Salt Lake, you know how hard it must be to just hit the reset button and just like forget about all that and then just say, well, new series, here we go. I almost feel like, what's up?
Because right now they're trying to do a new setting on their start map for slippery get greats. So now they're focused on that. They're focusing on a slippery bike setup for Supercross. They're not even worried about outdoor right now, where most of these guys are now trying to figure out their outdoor settings, doing 30-minute motos. Like, Hunter's focus is 100% on Supercross right now, so he's going to be a couple weeks even behind on setup.
Yeah, does Hunter even touch an outdoor track until the end of the season? Do you guys even do that, you think?
Maybe 1 or 2 days just to break it up, because he's already 6 or 7 months in on a Supercross track. So just to break.
Does doing outdoors for these guys kind of help like get out of the monotony of it? You think they do it just?
Yes, 100%. Just because you go to outdoors just to kind of get your brain back up to speed. Like, imagine driving at 50 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour for 6 months, and then all of a sudden your speed's 90 miles an hour. Feel really fast for that next couple, those next couple weeks.
It probably helps slow Supercross down a little bit, because I think it's kind of diminishing returns. You can only do so many laps on a Supercross track before you're not getting really anything out of it, unless you're just like testing.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, dude, I know we said no predictions, but do you have one for your fantasy? You and your brother, by the way, go check out Track Talkers podcast with Tyler and his brother Adam. You guys are a blast to watch. It's always fun. I love the brother camaraderie, because sometimes you guys don't hold back. Like, it sounds like you don't like each other.
Hey, we love each other until the day we die.
I know. But if you were gonna pick a winner for this weekend, rainy conditions, muddy.
I would have to go Kenny. I'm gonna go Kenny until he loses.
Okay.
I hope Hunter is right behind him and gets a good start and figures this out and does fight tooth and nail. But when I looked at the Philadelphia results, and Cooper Webb got second behind Chase Sexton, so Cooper Webb's going to be feeling comfortable in that stadium. I don't see Chase getting better than a top 5 this weekend, just because of where his habits and where he's trending. And then
and all these guys outside of these top 2, if the track's sketchy, there's 0 to gain by trying to push. Like, exactly. Prado just went 10, 15, 15 or something like that. So I just think he's probably just like, dude, I just got to get out of here. Like, get me out of this track. I'm not going to crash.
Yeah.
As I do my best Donald Trump. I always end up doing this.
Yeah, but Justin Cooper's been looking good. So I would pick him around like 4th or 5th there too.
Snap quiz. That thing.
Yes.
Pop quiz. Who got second overall this last weekend?
Wasn't that Cooper Webb?
I had no idea, dude. It was the most quiet second place overall. I had to see if you knew because I was trying to find the results, and I was looking from like 5th place down. And I was like, did Cooper not race? What's happening? And then I was like, oh, he got second.
Bro, did you see how good he looked in practice?
Bailey picked him to win.
I had him to win.
Hey, that wasn't a bad pick, honestly. He was ripping.
Cooper Webb's got to be ready to pull his hair out.
He must be more relaxed after the baby, after this weekend. We got a little bit of bonus money. We're feeling good. Now we got 3 weekends. So,
yeah.
But, hey, we had this question on Track Talkers.
Yeah.
Justin Cooper or Cooper Webb, who has more probability of getting a win for the rest of the season?
Webb.
That's what I said. I was trying to argue Justin Cooper.
Justin Cooper he's won some of these mains in the Triple Crowns.
Yes.
But he has not proven that in a full 20+1 main event that he can close it out at the end when he's got dudes breathing down his neck. I'm going to put my money on Cooper Webb every time in that scenario. Jay Coop, we just have not seen him close out a full 20-minute main event yet.
Yes. We've seen really good Triple Crown races and heat races, but not full main event.
No. Cooper Webb, 100%.
So,
all right. Look, brother, man, we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day right now to come talk to us. If you're watching this live, make sure go watch Track Talkers. When do you guys post your show? Is it Mondays?
We have a Monday show that drops every Monday, and then we've been doing one-on-one rider interviews that drop Sunday, and then Addy has been the knight in shining armor on Track Talkers, and he's doing race reaction videos Saturday night too, what's usually on the channel Sunday morning. So check those out too.
Dude, he's grinding.
Dude, grinding.
He's grinding.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you. We'll let you get back to work, man. Have fun. And, again, thank you so much for calling in. We're going to talk soon.
Hell yeah. I appreciate it, guys. You guys have a good one.
All right, Tyler. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Out there racking up the Snap-on bills.
Dude, I would love to have some Snap-on tools, but they are just out of my pay scale.
I am glad that the Snap-on truck doesn't come here. Let me tell you. Saves me some money.
Would you be buying Snap-on tools?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I want so bad is their torque wrench that beeps and zzz. I just feel like that to me is like you see all the factory mechanics using those.
My mechanic skills would go up a lot.
I would, yeah. Mine wouldn't go. They'd probably go down, but I still want that.
I'd be checking some specs a little bit more often.
All right, fair enough. All right, let's get into it, Bailey. It's the Cherubies. Lock them in. I'll go first. Let me get my cards here real quick or my number plates. All right. I got to do it. I got to go with K-Rock. I'm with Tyler. If Kenny, mud, dry, doesn't matter. I feel like Kenny's just riding more loose right now. Hunter's kind of riding a little tight.
Okay. I've got Cooper Webb.
Why Webb? That's surprising to me.
We're headed to Philly.
Okay.
He did pretty good in Philly last year. I think he wants a win. I think he's ready for one.
Do you know who won Philly last year?
Chase Sexton.
Chase Sexton
and
did,
then
okay.
Cooper Webb was second. All right. I'm a big
Kenny
Chase
got
fan.
third last year in Philly.
I'm a big Chase fan. Okay, but here's the thing. I love Kenny in first, but I've kind of been playing fantasy a little bit like roulette lately.
Okay.
How many times am I betting on red? 3 times.
Well, I'm not.
Or Kenny, for example.
Oh, so you're
saying.
How
many people have gotten 3 wins in a row this year?
Not many.
I don't think any. Has anybody gotten 3 in a row yet?
Probably not. No. But.
So I'm scared. I don't dare pick Kenny 3 in a row. So I'm going to go Cooper Webb.
Okay.
And I think that if it is a little bit muddy, I think Cooper Webb, like I said, I think he's going to be on it. Coop usually does okay in the mud. Kenny's got something to lose, but if Cooper beats him, he's okay. Not a big deal. So I've got Cooper in first.
That's a good point. All right. If Cooper Webb's out front, maybe Kenny does. Well, Kenny wants those points, though. Okay. Second place, I'm going to be very predictable, and I am going to go Hunter for second place. Who's your second place? I had a couple things here. Roczen's led 152 laps to Hunter's 96. His average finish in the last 4 races, Kenny's, 1.5. You know what Hunter's is? It's 7. And his average start since Detroit is 2.5 per gate drop. Hunter's is 5. Hunter's been slipping a little bit in the last 4 or 5 rounds.
Kenny's on it. Kenny wants
Not
that
looking good for
championship.
Hunter. All right.
I've got Kenny in second.
For the reasons I just gave, maybe? Got some good.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep. I think he looks good. He looks good. He's been able to turn it up. So.
All right. My third place pick, I am going to go with the number 1 of Cooper Webb
Okay.
for reasons we just spoke. Last 2 races, he's gone 2-2. I forgot that he had gotten second in Nashville. Very quiet season for Cooper Webb.
You know, I was telling these guys earlier, I don't know how accurate this is. Cooper Webb won the championship last year. I think Cooper Webb's riding better this year than he did last year.
He might. Well, Kenny wasn't this good as
Kenny
last
wasn't
year,
this
and Kenny
good.
got hurt last year.
Hunter's in it this year.
Tomac
so,
got hurt last year early. When did Tomac get hurt last year? At what point during the season?
Maybe around 6 or 7 or something.
It was was it last year? Sam?
He had that was when he broke his leg, had his leg issue.
Was last
Or
year
was
the
that the year
leg?
before that? Last year was the leg, right?
Last year was his ankle.
Ankle.
Yeah, when he broke it. But that was pretty early in the season. It was like Seattle or something.
Yeah.
So we had no Tomac. Roczen wasn't there.
Hunter had a shoulder issue.
Jet was hurt.
Jet was hurt.
And so it was just Chase and Coop.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think Cooper Webb's riding better this year than he did last year. So I think Cooper Webb gets a win.
Okay. All
I
right.
think he
Fair.
gets a win.
Well, he's only won 1, and that was at a Triple Crown. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going Chase Sexton 4th for 4.
Wait. I got my third place.
Oh, sorry. Who?
Hunter. We're gonna go
Hunter?
Hunter.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going backwards.
Oh, he got hurt in Tampa. Thank you to whoever put that in the chat. He got hurt in Tampa.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Round 5. Crazy. That's right. Then he came back for outdoors.
I can't even see these guys up here.
Who's winning Philly? Not Cooper Webb. Okay. So Hunter's your third place pick?
Hunter's my third place pick. Yep.
Okay. I mean, I'm going Sexton 4 for 4 here. 4 for 4th. Sexton's finished 2:22.44 since coming back from his injury. He got second that first race back, and then he's gone 4-4 the last 2. And he won in Philly last season, so maybe there's good vibes there. Still not going to pick him to win, especially if there's bad weather. So
If there's bad weather, you don't think he's going to do good?
no, because I don't think he cares about taking any risks. It depends on what type of bad weather. Because you could have a greasy, wet, slippery track where it's just like, like I don't want any part of this. But if it's like more of a mutter where you're not doing all the jumps and guys, everyone's backing it down, sure, I could see him maybe doing a little bit better.
Okay.
But Chase Sexton's starts are just
They're
the
not
absolute
good.
worst
They're
thing
not
we've ever
good.
seen.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
he
he's
should just
been-
try and Chase has nothing to lose. He should just try and time the gate every round so far. Like not even hide it. He should just be like, I'm gonna try and time the gate. And if you hit the gate the next 3 rounds in a row, I would say, hey dude, A for effort.
He started 10th or worse in 3 of his last 5 main event gate
How
drops.
sick would it be though if the person that was starting the gate only cared about Chase? It's like you're like in the booth and you just kind of like poke your head around the corner and Chase is over there just ready to go. Chase should just try and time the gate. Kobe is agreeing with me. He's shaking his head over here. He's like, I think you're right.
He doesn't have anything to lose.
What do you have to lose, Chase?
He's working his way from the back.
You don't have a
anyways.
bad start to lose. Or what? Yeah. What was that stat you gave?
He started 10th or worse in the last 3 of 5 main event gate drops.
I know. Time the
So,
gate, Chase. Let's
the
go
gate.
back to it.
Yep.
All right. My 5th place pick, I'm going Justin Cooper.
Okay.
Last week it was his 3rd podium of the season, which I thought he had more than that, but his average finish in standard rounds this year is 5.73, and he's been top 5 in 5 of the last 6 races. So you got to have him in there. It's just where.
Okay. I like it. I've got Chase Sexton for 4th. Also, I'm kind of going back and forth though.
Oh,
Listen,
you
I'm
like
a
how I'm
Sexton.
just skipping
You're
your
skipping
picks?
me. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'll catch up. But listen, if practice goes good for Chase, I'm the person that puts Chase in first. Okay. I
You
know
are
that's crazy.
Wait. Who would you rather go on a date with? Not a date. Go ride dirt bikes with.
Go ride dirt bikes with.
Chase Sexton or Adam Cianciarulo?
Oh, both. Can I
Nope,
pick both?
you cannot have both. You get one. You said you throw up when you hear or see Adam Cianciarulo. You get sick to your stomach.
I'd have to say that's kind of hard. I don't know. Probably AC because
Just thank you for not saying Sexton because, look, I'll be honest. Chase Sexton is not my favorite. I feel like he's just flat out cool got me a few times at Supercross races when I'm doing race day live. When I'm just trying to do my job, I get Cool Guide.
Cool Guide? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm a Sexton fan, but I think I'm a Kawasaki fan. I think that's mostly
You
where
just
all
like
this
Cowie?
stems from.
You
But
don't
I
even
like,
ride a Cowie.
I used to. We used to.
Okay.
We had to get off the Cowie because I think that there's some, the PC curse. I think that's a Kawasaki curse. I'm convinced. I did just dislocate my kneecap on a Yamaha, so I'm like, okay, maybe it's not. But no, I think the Kawasaki thing, there's
You think it's
something
real?
there. Oh, yeah.
Should Cowie just change his plastic colors for 2027?
Well, green's good, so I don't know.
You know what makes the Cowie you like it so much is because Sexton, that kit he wore this last weekend, the all black
The
and white
black
with the
and
black
white?
boots, a black
pretty sweet.
helmet, that was pretty sick.
But I'm a big red. I like it when the red boots are there, the red gear, the red and the Cowie. I think those look pretty good. But yeah, we'll see. But
Okay.
if Chase does good in qualifying, my picks are going to be flopped around. I'm probably going to put Chase to win. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
We're going to get crazy.
Justin Cooper, you're going
Jake
fifth?
Coop is my 5th place pick.
All right, so we got
Yep.
the same. Okay.
And then for my wild card. You ready
Yes.
for a wild card?
Well, hold on here. Hold on. Wild card, what is it, 12th place?
12th place.
So this is the Bell Helmets wild card watch.
Yep.
And you have
Christian Craig.
Quag.
He's been my wild card champ basically this year.
He has been a champ.
Yep. I've had him for 14th as my wild card, 8th and 11th.
You've got him 3 times.
I've got him
and,
3 times.
and that big of a spread.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going off of
Christian Craig.
stats? Or are you just
I look at last year's races a lot and kind of like see where they filter in, and then you've got guys that are hurt, so do some bad math there.
Oh.
But
right.
yeah, no, he's my wild card this weekend.
I'm going to go as teammate Shane McElrath.
I like Shane.
McElrath, his last 6 results, 10, 10, 12, 14, 12, 10. So he's hovering right in there. Season average finish per gate drop is 13. And it doesn't matter where he starts. He started 4th and finished 10th so far, and he started 19th and finished 12th. So it doesn't really matter where Shane starts. He kind of finds himself in that window. But shout out to Shane, though. He just got, 6th? No, he got 5th in the last race.
Yeah. Yep.
But he got 10th overall.
Yep. And in Nashville, Shane looked really good in Nashville.
Shane always has, he's like Justin Hill. He will always have a few races during the year where you're just like, Shane figured it out. Remember, there was a race last year where they interviewed Plessinger because
Yep.
AP just could not get around him.
Yep.
And they're like, dude, like, McElrath. And AP was like, dude, he was ripping, like, just couldn't get around him.
That's how he looked in Nashville. I was in Nashville live, watched it, and
forgot about it. Yeah.
Chase Sexton was behind Shane for so long. I was like, holy cow. I'm like, he's going to, and even Eli and Chase, I think, were behind Shane for a little while.
Yeah.
I was impressed. Shane's riding
Well,
pretty
Shane's won a bajillion races on a 250. This
Mhm.
guy's no slouch. It's pretty crazy. All right. Well, some other notable mentions that we have for the Bell Helmets Wild Card Watch. Dean Wilson, his finishes are 12-11. Finishes in the Triple Crown last round were 9-14-11. That was an average of 11.3. Average start in his 4 main event gate drops is 12.5. So Dino's right there. Craig, we already talked about. That's yours. His past 5 overall finishes, his average is 13.4. Average finish per round this year is 12.4. Average start is 10. And so, okay. Garrett Marchbanks, last 5 overall finishes, an average of 9.4. He's been a little bit better, though. He's gone 11, 8, 9, 10, 9. Last finish, 11th or better, was has finished 11th or better in 7 of the 8 East Coast rounds. So he's a little bit risky. All right. Hasn't started better than 11th in a standard round since round 8. Ouch. Let's get some starts, Garrett. Jordan Smith. No. I know we put him on here. I didn't. I think Christian did. Jordan has a 50-50 chance of just not finishing the race.
Oh, ouch.
Just he crashes a lot.
Yeah.
He crashes a lot. 14, 22, 17, 11, 9. So he's just all over the place. But he could easily get a 12th. So those are some of your honorable mentions there. Who are your picks? Put them in the chat, especially if it's a mutter. If it's a mutter, Shane McElrath podiumed last year in the mutter.
If it's a
Remember
mutter,
that? He got
yep.
second in, San
Yep.
Francisco a few years ago or something like
Yeah,
It was second or third.
Yeah, I think he was third in, was Foxborough a mutter?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
But
Shane's good in the mud.
mutters can just ruin a lot of things. What was the race last year? Oh, who was? Oh, it was a 250 class. It was like last turn or something. Remember Vial?
Oh,
At the
yeah,
mutter, his bike
yeah.
broke with like less than a lap to go, and he was just stuck.
Yep.
That mutter jacked up a lot of things last year.
I think that was that Foxborough? AP's
Could
win?
have. Could have
Is that
been.
right?
I don't
Could've-
think we went to Foxborough last year. I believe it was Pittsburgh that was the mutter.
I thought it was Sexton that won the big mutter last year or 2 years. Anyway, I can't remember. They all blend together, but the mud does things, so we'll see. It's all about salvage if it is a full mutter. All right, everybody. Well, there it is. How about the MSR meme event? Do we have any good memes from last week? What do we got? Okay. Sorry. Forgive me. When did his freaking fuel tube? Hunter poured gas all over himself, and they're talking about being worried about him running out of gas.
Yeah.
What?
The third race.
Was the third race?
Mhm. Yep. After he'd crashed, there
Like his fuel cap broke or something?
the breather tube just came out, but you could see fuel splashing out of it,
Ugh.
and
That burns the boys.
yeah, it's not.
Doesn't feel good.
I'm a desert racer, so coming into pits sometimes you.
And you know me, I'm all about just like anytime I go ride, just like top her off. Those guys like put exactly how much fuel they're going to need for that specific race.
Yeah.
So they don't have a lot to give. I didn't realize that. So then I was like, oh crap, like that is sketchy.
Yeah.
What's sketchier about riding a supercross track knowing you could run out of gas?
Yeah, that I'm out. I don't
Not a
want
lot.
I don't want to play that game.
Yeah. All right, what do we got next? Have you ever just ran out of gas on your dirt bike?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I haven't.
No?
I only like riding moto, I'm only riding for 10, 15 minutes max at a time.
Whenever like on the turn track, you're getting a little bit of rain, dirt's really really good, and you've got like
Mm-mm.
you can't stop. You just run out of gas.
No.
Push the bike back to the truck.
For that reason alone, I don't want to run out of gas.
Uh,
Oh, come on. Don't do that to the champ. Kickstart Kenny. All right.
he's coming up on him.
It's pretty wild. If Kenny wins this title, Kobe said he would cry.
If Kenny wins it,
I want a snapshot of Kobe if Kenny wins this in Salt Lake because Kobe
the
said he
amount
would
of
cry.
people that will cry
You think so?
if or when Kenny wins this. I think that if Hunter wins, that would be really cool, but I feel like Hunter could do it again. But Kenny, like,
Could he, though? I mean, if Jet's back, I mean, sure, Hunter could do it. But, like, next year, Chase will probably be better, right? Kenny will be back. Hayden Deegan's going to be in the class. It only gets harder for these guys.
it only gets harder. But
Who, other than Deegan, there's no other 250 guys moving up. That's
not
it.
that I know of.
All right. Well, I don't know. Would you, as far as just favorite, is Kenny who you want to win this title?
I think Kenny winning this would be cool. I would not be mad if Hunter won it either. But I'd love to see Kenny do it.
Okay.
So
I agree. All right. Well, there you go, folks. That does it for round 15 of the RM Fantasy SXperts show. Thank you for tuning in live. Again, thank you to Tyler Enticknack for calling in. And holy smokes, 1 point separates this championship. It's going to be a barn burner. Here we go. Get your picks in. Get signed up if you haven't already because you could always win weekly prizes and fantasy cash. Bailey, it's like you never left or you've always been doing this.
We're
Just an
fresh.
El
Thanks
Natural
for the
over here.
patience. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in live, everybody. We had a great time. We'll see you this Monday. Let's go racing.